General Odierno, this is his third tour of duty in Iraq. He originally led the 4th Infantry Division, which captured Saddam Hussein, and he was in charge of that area of the country where Saddam Hussein had been from. He went back again on his second tour as General David Petraeus' number 2. So now he goes back for his third tour, and he's the overall commander of troops in Iraq. What's he like? Well, the first thing is he's really tall. He's 6'5", and he's bald, and he's very engaging, and he has a little bit of an issue because he has to take over from Petraeus, who becomes such an enormously well-known person. I mean, he was the face of Iraq to the American public and to Congress and so forth, and he kind of became a hero because it does appear that that surge was a factor in somewhat taming the country, and this man has to come in behind him, and it's always difficult to follow a giant. It's like, somebody said to me, and by the way, General Petraeus' favorite baseball team is the Yankees, it's like being asked to take over center field after Mickey Mantle, something like that. So he has a challenge. Beside running U.S. forces in Iraq, he has to come out from under Petraeus' shadow.
Will his mission be different?
His mission is changing. The mission of the U.S. Commander of Forces in Iraq is moving away from the military and increasingly over to dealing with the political and economic issues. He has to lean and prod the Iraqi government to compromise so that the issues that they're not resolving, like, for example, oil revenue sharing, that they move forward and get it done. Also services. You can't imagine how the people are living. They don't have much water. They only have, many people in Iraq only have a couple of hours of electricity a day. There's sewer problems. You see garbage all over the place. And he's also trying to lean on the government to do something about that. The Americans are spending enormous amounts of money on construction projects, and they have been all along. Corruption's been a huge problem. The money goes down a big dark hole, and he also has to deal with that. His portfolio, it goes way beyond the military.
You accompanied him on his first tour of the battlefield. What was that like?
Well, we had pretty good access with the general. He gave us an interview, but we also went with him on his second and third days as commander to do a little tour. We went down to the south into the Triangle of Death, and he said that the last time he'd been there, you really couldn't walk around, and now there are markets. People say, is it really, really better? And I've been to Iraq many times. It's really, really better, and it's unmistakable. You can't miss it. Not only are people in the streets, but as an American, there are places you can go. You can't go everywhere, but it's just completely different. I wouldn't want to go so far as to say it's been tamed, but the violence is way down. We also went with him to Sadr City, where there was a raging, intense battle just 4 or 5 months ago. It ended in May. This was a place that a year ago, even American soldiers wouldn't have gone into. And he and I walked around. We had a lot of protection, but we walked around. It was quite extraordinary. And he himself kept saying, I'm amazed, I'm amazed.